Hi everyone, I'm Eileen Dorsey. I'm an artist at the 78th Street Studios, and we're about to go on a virtual tour of my studio. A large warehouse that's 4 floors and has over 60 permanent studios and creative spaces, and we usually have art walks on every third Friday of the month. Unfortunately, this month we did not have our art walk, so I'm going to take you through so you can see it yourself. I'm located on the first floor, right next to the kitchen in the 78th Street Studios. And this is what the entrance of my studio looks like. You'll see the 105, that's my suite number, and there's a plaque of an article that Brittany M. Hudak wrote for the Can Journal. And this is my space. So upon entering, there's kind of like a little chill out area. And then you walk in, and the artworks on the walls are on the floor, all over the place right now. And I have a bunch of plants in the background. There's a mural that I did. And essentially, that is that. Been here for 10 years now, so I've accumulated a lot. This last year, I was voted Best Artist from Cleveland Magazine, which was fantastic. That's a painting. Oil. Most of these are oils on canvas, and they're done with a palette knife. So you can really see there's a lot of texture going on. And then cheese balls, important for any working studio. I like to mention that I actually do work in here, so keeping it clean is a task in itself. So I actually just got a bunch of work back from a show that I had at the American Greetings Gallery, and some of them are still kind of laying up against the walls and they're wrapping still, so don't mind the mess. Once you enter the studio, there'll be a wooded wall in the back, and that will lead you to kind of the checkout area. Right now, it's kind of in shambles. I have it wrapped up and as like kind of protectant from me throwing paint around. I sell smaller items like jewelry that I make. You can see the jewelry is actually made from the leftover paint scraps from the paintings, and it's encased in resin. Let's see if I can get to this. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see those are some necklaces. I make bracelets. I'll show you some more in a little bit. And then I also make these magnets. They're stand on their own too, which is kind of cool. So, well, if this was level, it would stand on its own. This is an abstract painting that I have for an upcoming show it was scheduled for June, but now I think it was pushed back to July, so we'll see. More information on that. And my plant wall, kind of obsessed. Most of these are spider plants and aloe plants, and I was actually gifted one spider plant from a tenant that was in here many years ago, Judith Brandon, and thank you, Judy. She spawned one plant spawned all of these, and then I've gifted them to many others. And then I was gifted an aloe plant like right when I got here. So look how big that guy is. Big Mama Jama. There you go. So, and then, I know there's some things resting against it, but I painted a mural on the wall. Like maybe it's been a year and a half, maybe it's been 2 years, who knows. I did just paint a section of it. I had taped it off into a rectangle, and a lot of people mistook it for a canvas painting, so I had to actually finish the whole thing. So it's like, I don't know, maybe 8 feet tall by 13 feet. I've done a few interior murals, some exterior ones too, so. And I'm available to do more, so if you're interested, let me know. I sell postcards of my work. Most of these are 3 by 4 inch, 4 by 6 inch. And then at St. Joseph Academy, I was hired to do a very large painting for their school. It's hanging across from the main lobby. Recently had my 10-year anniversary show. So during that time, for that exhibit, I created 10 by 10 inch paintings, And I looked back in each year and the style of work I was making, and I tried to create a painting kind of in honor of that year. So there's a few of those kind of around here. Next to the postcards, I have some prints available. These are 11 by 14 inch prints of the majority of my work that I've created throughout the years. And then I have pillows for sale. I have 3 styles, and they're double-sided, and there's a different image on each side. This one's called Summer Series, and then that's the back. They're all machine washable, which is very convenient. This one's called Autumn Bliss, and that is the other side. And then this one is called Comforts of Ireland, and I will talk about that in just a second. So all those pillows are available for sale. So you can just contact me if you're interested. It's $65 and shipping is free right now. Still working on a website to make that kind of seamless. So until then, we just gotta contact me the old-fashioned way. So the Comforts of Ireland pillow is inspired from paintings I did in 2016. I did a show, it's called Welcome Home, and there were all 14 paintings of paintings that were inspired by my travels to Ireland. I went there the year before with my mother and my sister, and I had a super fun show. We had a keg of Guinness and a bagpiper, and we tapped out the keg in like 2 hours. So I only have one of those paintings left, and this is it. So this is titled Wall of Dunmas Castle. Dunmas Castle ruins are located in Derry, which is kind of like a southern western coast of Ireland, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's really just like unlimited amount of greens on the hillside. I really like how I was able to get this kind of wild grass here. This painting's 30 by 40 inches. And it is $3,000 if you're interested. Just message me. And so I have some paintings over here that are still in wrappings. This is much more vibrant than you're actually seeing it. There's plastic kind of hiding the vibrancy. This was just hanging in that show that I just got back. And here are a few more stacked up paintings for an upcoming exhibit in July. That's an older piece that I brought out for the dice game, but I will be talking about that in a little bit later. This one is titled Anxious Trees. I actually originally painted this for an exhibit I had at the Massillon Museum of Art just last April. And this was an important exhibit for me because I was showing with a former professor of mine from Kent State University. This painting is 24 by 30 inches and is available for sale, and it is $2,200. So this is another painting from this series. This is called Breakthrough 2. This is an important painting for me because it kind of sparked a new style of working. I was kind of painting these wooded scenes from a distance, and I really wanted to seem like you were walking amongst and through the trees, like branches were kind of hitting you in the face or something. So I kind of created these like much larger spaces in the front to kind of create that illusion. So that painting and a couple others actually inspired a recent commission that I just did. It was also hanging at that show in American Greetings. Just keep that in mind. I create custom work too. So if you're interested, please hit me up. I'm gonna walk over to this one. This one's titled Yellow Background 1 or 2. I don't remember. I have to look on the back. This is what I call an oil reduction. So an oil reduction is kind of something that I made up. I have a wet oil painting and then a dry acrylic painting, and I kind of smush them together and peel them apart. And I get reverse images of one another that look very different. So this is what the plate kind of looks like. Very similar to what printmakers do when they're making monoprints. But yeah, so you can see where, and like the texture, where I actually pulled the other canvas apart. It goes in the direction in which I was pulling it. I like these because it's like much softer and it's subtle because all the details were removed. And on the other hand, this is not its partner, but this is an idea of what it looks like on the other side. This one is the print, where I had the background acrylic painting that kind of peeks through. So in like these like darker blue section here, that's the underpainting peeking through. And with both of these styles, I cannot predict what's gonna happen, and sometimes I have to scrap the paintings. The light's pretty harsh on that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is also an example of an oil reduction. This is like the plate, so to speak. And this is one of the paintings from my 10 by 10 10-year anniversary show. These are all available for sale. I think that's 500, that's 300. I think the yellow backgrounds are in the 3000s. This is Pushing Branches 1 or 2 house, so I have to look at the back. I created this one when I was in a residency at the Joby Art Center in Chicago. I did an arts studio swap with Ish Muhammad, and you can see I actually, it's kind of a fun story. So a few years ago, I met Ish through my sister-in-law. Ish's wife and my sister-in-law worked together, and they introduced us, and we both happen to have artist studios in warehouses in different cities and have art walks on Third Friday. So we thought it would be a great idea to swap studios. So I went there in May for 2 weeks, and then he came here that following September. So when I was there, I created a body of work and had a show at his space. And then when he came here, we ended up actually, he made work here, but we ended up collaborating on an exterior mural, which happened to be the first mural in the Gordon Square Arts District on the outside of the Stockyard Meats building. It's titled More Heart Than Art, if you want to go check it out. So yeah, it was really great, and it was sponsored by Graffiti Heart, Gordon Square Arts District, Sherwin-Williams in the city of Cleveland, and probably a bunch of other people missing. So thank you for everyone that sponsored that. This one is titled Purple, Blue, and Pink. I know, super creative title for a name. Basically just took the colors of the tree. They can't all be winners, guys. So I'll talk about that in a second, but I'm going to go to my monograph. I published this just this past September. It is a selection of works from 2010 to 2017. And it's nice. It has a little like essay up front, and it kind of goes through the progression of how my style has changed over time. And then I used to start with like really realistic colors, and then I gradually got more complex. And then I was kind of painting all sorts of landscapes, and now I'm painting mostly thick wooded scenes. So this one's actually hanging in the Cuyahoga County Administration Building. So coming up, I'm showing you this because it's important to know the order of these things. So these are some paintings from the Welcome Home Ireland show. More, that's Blarney Castle. Transitional piece. This is where I started really becoming more vibrant with my color choices. As you can see, the next paintings will be much brighter. Oh, I can't do this. And then, there's the yellow backgrounds. Let's see. Aha, warm light series. So then I started doing these warm light series. You can tell they usually kind of have like a similar yellow background. And then they inspired commission from Southwest General Hospital. I was commissioned to do 3 triptychs for them. Each of them are 3 by 9 feet. So that's a warm light series, which brings me to, the transition of things. This is actually after the warm light series. So you can see it has similarities with the colored palette, but I'm starting to shift to using like a little bit more bolder, richer blues and purples. So this one is available for sale as well. Just contact me. And over to where I was just sitting. We have this This was very recent. I just was featured on the cover of Canvas magazine, and they did a, oh, there you go, a couple-page article about me. Some are still available. Don't mind my nails. It's, you know, all the salons are closed, so I can't do anything about that right now. These are some limited edition prints from, I just did a mural at Flannery's Pub on the corner of East 4th Street and Prospect. So that's a part of that mural. And then here I have some smaller selections. This is a, I think, 6x6 inch painting. This is a study for cottage. I think that, I don't know, how much is that? 165. Small branches. These are all available for sale, so just let me know. And then, like I said, I make the jewelry with the leftover paint scraps. So these are some bolo ties, $4.38 each. They're all adjustable, and look how fun they are. I love them. I wear mine all the time. Here is, I don't remember the title of this one, but you can tell it's a palm tree. It was like one of those really, really gray days, and it was like a million gray days in a row, and I'm like, I just gotta paint something that makes me feel like it's warm outside. So that's the inspiration for that. I think that's 6x6 inches as well. Some more necklaces. The paint scraps. And then I create these bracelets as well from the paint scraps. Some, oh, you know, there's that. Some old books from college. Graduated from Kent State University with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. And a couple more paintings. Oh, I also, I think I mentioned this earlier, but here are some more of those magnets. And here's little, that's me. I was also voted Best Artist from Scene Magazine in 2018, which was pretty nifty. Let's see, I almost went through everything. Let's take a little peek-a-roo, see madness beyond all this. Okay, yep, this is my storage space. It's clean, pretty much, which doesn't look like it. Some more postcards. Oh, so here we go. This is the picture of the mural I did with Ish. You could see that's us right there. So that's the scale of it. And then 2016, I was lucky enough to win second runner-up from the Akron Art Prize, which was amazing. And that's the Scene Magazine Award. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Let's see what it looks like on the outside. I have a few paintings out here. So this is the outside, very empty right now. This painting is 58 by 72 inches. I think it's 5100, depicting Spanish moss and live oak trees. I didn't really show you many of my abstracts, but this is an example of an abstract that will be, I'm working on a series like that right now. Another oil reduction. This is pretty large painting, maybe, I don't know. It's not 4 feet tall, but it's close by 6 feet. Oh, here's warm light painting. You can tell the series by the color palette. Also available for sale. Oh, and then I have this guy, this big mama. This is the largest singular painting I've made. This is 5 by 8 feet. I created this for that show I just had at American Greetings. I'm very much in love with this painting. It needs to find a good home. Nice big wall. All oil on canvas, done with a palette knife. You can see kind of like these quick brush strokes, so to speak. Some smaller details over here. All right, lighting's it's not lit fantastic right now, but we could fix that. I really just wanted to get it up on the wall out of my studio. So yeah. So that is my studio. This is a smart space. It's usually rented out for weddings or parties. So keep that in mind for any future events you have. They really can transform this into such a beautiful space. And this is the view from 78th Street parking lot. The distinctive sign up top. And you could recognize these from the street. You know you found the studios when you found something that looks like this. So yeah. So I want to thank you for watching. Please message me, email me with any inquiries, questions. My website is eileendorsey.com, and my social medias are Eileen Dorsey Studio for Facebook and Instagram, and Eileen Dorsey for Twitter. So don't forget to follow me there. Also, I have been doing live videos every Monday and Wednesday. So Mondays around 12:30, I'll be having a dice game. And I will feature selected paintings for the week and roll a dice, and there'll be a discount for that painting for that week. And then Wednesdays, I like to show you what I'm working on in the studio. So I will show you what's on the easel and give you a tour of what's happening. So thank you for watching. I hope you stay safe out there and be well. Take care.